When he was begging her to love him
of their marriage.
Please love me unconditionally, please.
And she was like, no.
She said you better go out there and win that match.
Yeah, they matched each other's energy more, which is probably why they couldn't be together, but kept hooking up. Hey y'all, welcome to Real Relatives, the podcast where three siblings dive into the world of TV and film. My name is Tosin.
And I am Penny Carmichael.
And I am Gene Rogers.
And we are the Real Relatives.
All right, so today in the binge, we are talking about challengers. I think this episode is supposed to drop around the Olympics, and so in light of that, we thought let's go with some sports content, sports movie. And so, spoiler warning, obviously we are talking about challengers from beginning to end. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and come back. Or if you don't care about spoilers, then just watch it now. And then in the banter segment, we will be doing our sports movie draft, talking about the best sports movies of all time. Or at least according to our opinion, and then we'll get into that then. But first, the quote of the day.
I'm ready to win again.
All right. Cocky, just like an athlete. Look, do we have 15 seconds on the clock? Yes. Can I see the clock? No. So it doesn't matter. The quote of the day is, show me the money.
Oh, I know it.
Show me the money. All right. We'll let Penny go first.
Dang, you want to give her a little time to think?
No. I'm just saying. Okay, all right. All right, that's 15 seconds off the clock. Penny, what do you think?
I don't actually know where this is from, so I'm just going to guess Moneyball.
All right, that is a guess. Moneyball. Blah, blah, blah. All right, and... Tosin?
Reigning champ here, checking in. My guess is Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire is correct. Man, I gotta say, Tosin, I love the run you're on.
Thank you.
I don't.
I did try to stack this one, I thought, in Penny's favor.
Really?
I figured, she's like a movie head, movie buff.
Well,
but she's young.
I'm so much younger than you guys.
But
so
you've gone back and watched. You've gone back and watched like older movies. I just figured it was like a white movie and Tosin wouldn't have heard of it.
I've watched Jerry Maguire. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in there.
I know that.
It's not totally white.
It's not totally white. I thought she wouldn't have watched it, and I thought you might have at least known the quote from your educational classes.
Absolutely not.
All right, well,
no, I've seen parts of Jerry Maguire, but not the whole thing.
But not that part.
Well, I messed up. Tosin won again. You're up, 5-1?
Thank you, maybe.
Something like that.
Trying.
Also, make it fair next time.
Look, it was fair enough.
You tried to stop me,
let's get into the binge. True. Let's get into the binge. Anyway. All right, so today we are talking Challengers. Challengers is a romantic drama directed by Luca Guadagnino. Probably mispronounced that. The story centers around three tennis players, Art Donaldson, Patrick Zweig, and Tashi Duncan. And the movie opens up with Patrick and Art playing in a tennis match. We go on to find out that they grew up together playing tennis, and at one point they both met Tashi, who was a tennis prodigy. They both fell in love with Tashi. She dated Patrick, I believe, in college. They broke up, and then went on to marry Art. And after messing up her knee, became Art's coach as well. And then the movie basically explores a love triangle between them and how the messiness of it creates drama in their personal and professional lives. So, interesting movie, very vibey movie. Let's talk about it.
Very what movie?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Vibey?
Oh, vibey.
Yeah.
Vibey? That's an interesting way to describe it.
You know what? I'll be honest. It wasn't my description. I had a conversation with someone the other day who described it as vibey, and I get what they were saying based off of the music, and we can talk a little bit more about the music later, but I actually didn't think it was vibey, so I'm sorry to the audience for lying.
Okay.
Awesome.
Let's talk about the movie though, and I kind of feel like this was really a character study. So let's talk about
honestly,
let's talk about these characters.
Issues.
I feel like there was a little bit of good, a little bit of bad with each of them. Actually, really, there was a little bit of bad with all of them, but I don't know. What did y'all think?
Who was good? No. I thought Art was just misguided, and anyway,
He was a sad puppy dog.
So with Art, I feel like he had the potential to be as like bad or evil as Tashi and Patrick, but that kind of like, you know, died down and was definitely overtaken by other people's, you know, bad characteristics. And so I feel like Art was, it gave me sad puppy vibes, but I don't really think he was like bad per se.
I will say quickly, like one of the bad things I thought he did, he definitely was trying to break them up.
He was trying,
in college.
But they were like, "Oh, you're so cute, Art." Like,
yeah, well,
like,
that's
don't take them
because they're
seriously.
both demented. Like he was basically like, "Oh yeah, I don't know, like he's not, I don't know, is he taking it seriously? He's just out there on tour. Who knows what's going on?" And then he's talking to Patrick like, "Yeah, I just don't feel like she really cares about your relationship." But I don't know. She just mentioned that to me in a conversation directly, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
And that's what I was saying when he was trying.
I mean, I think maybe that was a poor judgment.
It was a whole move.
Time in I'm talking about this moment specifically where he did do a bad thing. I think at the root though, he wasn't bad. Tashi and Patrick.
Yeah, they were just bad. They were trash.
They had corrupted
people.
spirits.
Hold on. Wait. Why was
spirit.
I understand? Tell me why Tashi was bad.
Are you serious?
Tashi,
I'm
she
just
was the
saying,
puppet,
tell me.
She was the puppet master, the puppeteer. She was pulling the strings.
To what end?
Basically, first of all, she had like real romantic feelings for the game of tennis. I don't
Yes.
know.
No,
She was,
bro.
like,
That's the only
obsessed
person she
with
was ever in
tennis.
love
That's all
with.
she cared about was really tennis.
Yeah, and so she, in her little games she was playing, no pun intended.
Pun was fully intended. Don't lie to me.
Wasn't. It actually wasn't. She was messing with people's lives, right? And I think like Art was, like we said, sad puppy, lover boy type. She was like mentally and emotionally manipulating him because she wanted to control him, because she didn't get to control the outcome of her life, so she wanted to control the outcome of his life. But she was like obsessed with tennis.
Yeah.
Really, like she just wanted to like make someone great because she didn't get to be great, and she didn't really have, I don't think, like real feelings for him. I think the fact that he was willing to like do whatever for her and just like listen to her,
Yeah.
she like took advantage of that and kind of like manipulated him. And I don't think she really like truly, I mean, yeah, she didn't really like truly.
I mean, maybe she cared about him a little bit, but like, yeah, it was clear. Like,
enough.
okay, so when she was dating Patrick in college or whatever. They were about to have sex. It was about to pop off, and she was talking about, with your serve and that. He said, "Wait, are we talking about tennis right now?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can we not?" All of a sudden, turned off, dried up.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm trying to improve your game for free," which I guess is what she thought a girlfriend was supposed to do, is improve your tennis game. And he wasn't interested, so he said, "I'm all right, I'm out." Like, he wanted to be her peer, her equal. Art was very much like,
I'm here to serve
what-
you.
what can I do?
Literally.
Yeah,
No pun
how can I make
intended.
you happy?
Again. Yeah.
which ultimately was not a dynamic I think that could last, because you saw how unhappy they were in their marriage.
Well, I think he was. I don't know. Honestly, everybody was just a hot mess. But I think like he could have been happy enough with the idea of like, I think certain things were exposed like towards the end of the movie. But
When
I
he
think
was begging her to
fine
love-
with the
love
idea
him?
of their marriage. Yeah.
Please love me unconditionally, please.
And she was like, no.
She said, "You better go out there and win that match."
Sorry. Everybody in this movie was garbage. But Art, I don't know. I just feel like his nature wasn't like, he wasn't like bad. I think Tashi and Patrick were troubled people.
They matched each other's energy more.
Yeah.
Which is probably
That's
why they couldn't be
kept-
together.
Yeah.
But kept,
Being
hooking
together.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick though, he's like, "Look, I'm a scumbag, and I know I'm a scumbag." I don't know. Do you get any? Is there any redemption for being self-aware?
No.
A little bit. I
What?
feel like, no, just in the sense of, I don't think he's necessarily like a redeemable character, but I do appreciate people knowing that they're trash and not trying to like move through the world as if they're not. And he even called Tashi out on it.
Yeah.
He was just like, the difference between me and you is just, like, I know that I'm terrible, but you get on your little high horse and act like you're not. So I could appreciate that he recognized that in himself. He has self-awareness.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
True. And the thing about Tashi too is, I felt a little bit bad for her at one point, because I was like, "Oh, she's only doing this because she missed out on her dream. She messed up her knee. She was supposed to be like she never even went pro." And I was like, so all that kind of like ended up, she had to like bottle it up and put it into something else. But she was actually doing that even before she hurt her knee. she was like manipulating them. Like even the first time she went to their room,
Yeah.
she had, she was kissing them. All of a sudden, she had them making out, and then just left the room, left them both with blue balls.
It's kind of a menace.
But that's her. Like she. I don't know why, but she just likes twisting people up. Everything is a game.
Yeah.
Everything is tennis.
That's it. Everything is tennis. Everything is tennis. Okay, so that's like obviously 3 very interesting characters. Not a lot great to say about any of them. But what about the story? What about the plot? What really captivated y'all? What did you find interesting? Or actually, Penny, you mentioned something in our pre-meeting about the plot, and I'd love to hear you talk about it.
Plot. I felt like this wasn't my favorite film.
Okay.
I'll just preface. Plot. I felt like maybe there wasn't a lot of it.
I think the way you put it is nothing happened.
Okay. Well, I wasn't trying to just go in.
Which is okay for a movie. That's okay.
No, I said it. I said it wasn't my favorite film, which is, whatever. I think that something I did like about the movie though. I think was like one of the final scenes when he served the sex serve.
Yes, yes.
When Patrick did the sex serve,
Yeah.
when he was, because it was like 13 years before, or however much time had passed. He was like, if he slept with her, just like serve normally or whatever. And so
serve
then
like me.
that was how I went out,
serve
because
like
he was
him.
like, he was like, I won't, because Patrick was like, I won't kiss and tell. And
I couldn't
then
wait to kiss and tell.
and then no bad, and then he does the same thing all those years later, and I don't know. I thought that was just like beautifully done, and
I let out an audible gasp
No,
when
yeah,
he did
I was
that.
like-
I was just like,
I was in the theater like, oh.
it took me a second, but I got it.
I love how they set it up though, because it's like if he had just gone right into it and done it quick, I'm not sure if everyone would have caught it. But like all the delays, and it was like, oh, why is he waiting? What's going on? And then he does it, and he's like really throwing it in his face.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this guy is really on demon time. That's crazy.
Unhinged.
So I have a question for you. But before that, I want to call out a couple of things that just like I don't even know if they're really plot points, but they just happen in the movie that I noticed. One, when they first met Tashi at that Adidas party, and there was like a scene of her like dancing, and like the music was going, and I hate watching people party dance in movies. It looks
yeah, it's
awkward,
so
every
awkward.
time.
It's so
I said,
awkward.
oh my gosh, it makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The only thing that made me more uncomfortable in this movie was realizing that they met in high school. So now I'm watching high schoolers. First of all, they're in the room, they're in the bedroom, they're talking about, he taught me how to jerk off. I said, what? Huh?
They weren't even in high school.
What do we? Yeah, no. I mean, but what do we really? And then she's like, "Oh, so tell me more about it. Is that sex? What?
I was like, is that turning you?
What are we talking about?"
They were children. Ew.
Oh yeah, and then he just sat there covered. I said, "What? Please." Deeply uncomfortable.
And they all look like babies to me too, which was weird.
Yeah, they do. Actually, I feel like they picked for the most part characters like the actors who played Art and Josh. I thought they did a really good job of like aging up. Mm-hmm. I actually think the one who played Art seemed to be in like better shape. Like he was like more built. I don't know if he worked out like through the course of
like
shooting
when they were
older.
Yeah,
like
Oh, I didn't catch that.
he like got more muscular. I was like, how did this guy transform while they're shooting this film?
I think part of that was probably also just about like what happened in their lives, right? Like Art was like a professional.
No, but I think.
Well, I'm just saying, it was impressive.
The person who played Art, went
Yeah,
from
like
being
he
like a
actually
little
got
beanpole
bigger. It
to
was
like
impressive.
having
Like
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
like actually
During
during
the
an actual
Oh,
person. Yeah. And then I mean Zendaya is always gonna look young to me. I actually have trouble believing it when she tries to play her age. I feel like she looks, I don't know, somewhere in the 18 to 22 range.
No, I don't know. I think she looks her age. I think I had a hard time
Y'all are, like, the
believing.
same age.
We're not, she's older than me, but I had a hard time believing that she was in her early 30s. And I couldn't see past
they
it.
was really trying to work that bob.
I couldn't see past it. Yeah.
Bob
The
wasn't fooling
That's what
us.
they always do to women in movies when they're aging them up. But I had a hard time. The guys, I saw them as their age. They did a good job just making them look younger and then their age, because I think those men are in their early mid 30s.
Yeah.
So like that was believable to me.
Young to me.
And then the other crazy thing, when Tashi's knee went out of socket or whatever, it just happened like with a big music moment or something. It just crunch, and I was like, whoa! I literally had to stop watching for a second. So, but
I think they probably. I mean, I know they usually do this type of thing, but it looked like Zendaya was actually like they had her doing some tennis training because I was like, I feel
they
like
look pretty good.
She's really whacking that thing.
Tennis looked pretty good. The other thing I want to talk about, which is like plot wise, was just the ending. And the thing I think the big thing about the ending was like, what was it? Right? So,
Great question.
what happened? Does anyone know who won? Does anyone know what did Patrick throw the match? Does anyone know anything?
So I thought that Art won. The way he like leapt up into the air, he like, slammed the, I don't know, whatever tennis thing you did, and then at the end, Tashi yells, "Come on!" So I was just like, okay, it's giving me Art won type of vibes.
Maybe they all won.
Okay, stop that. All right, so because here's what I saw was
Wait, Gene, Penny, can you elaborate?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
but I'll get back to my
No,
point.
you finish your point. I want to hear how they all
yeah, I
won.
want to. Yeah, me too. Everyone
Shut
got
up.
yeah. Participation ribbons. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like
Symbolically.
because and I also on the interwebs seeing people's thoughts and then kind of brewing on that. But I think Art was like he kind of released himself in that moment, right? I think he's felt like this obligation to Tashi and just like has been following what she wanted for him this whole time. And then now kind of like after he found out that like she's still screwing around with this guy. I think it was like a moment for him where he was like breaking free and unleashing his true potential anyway. And then Tashi, I think she finally got to see like good tennis or whatever, or like some real passionate tennis.
That's so crazy.
And she
You have zero motivation.
She was like, tennis is a relationship or whatever at the
Yeah.
beginning of the movie. She's like, you have to understand each other or whatever. And I think she saw them understand each. Anyway, there was like something happening there. And then Patrick's just an a-hole. So I think he got like away with like, these people, he's seeing them succeed like all this time. And like, he didn't get that. So maybe just having something over Art. And even Tashi, maybe, I think.
And
maybe.
it seems like they kind of made up at the end too, because
he
jumped
he was
into
Into his arms,
like
yeah.
everything's been a hot mess. Like let's just anyway. So I don't know. Maybe anyway.
I hope Art broke up with Tashi. That's all I cared about. I even scrolled after the credits to see if there was something. There was nothing.
I'm saying, I was like, this doesn't seem like a post-credit scene kind of
But
movie.
it was weird. It was definitely an interesting. I feel like a lot of people were like, "What?"
Because I was like, who won the match? That's what I was like. Oh, did he actually slam it? Because he could have won, but then he was like over the net. That seems like you can't
I
do
don't
that
know
in
the
tennis.
rules of tennis,
Didn't
but
see
I
him
just
hit the ball.
didn't
They're
seem
hugging.
legal.
When she screamed, "Come on!" I was like, is she angry? Is she happy?
I thought she was happy.
Yeah.
Are they going to be a throuple?
Maybe that was the point. The ending was supposed to be like
Ambiguous?
there wasn't like a definitive.
I
ending.
hate that type. I wanted bow. I want a nice little bow.
Well,
Tie it up.
look, it was definitely an interesting movie. I think to varying degrees, we each enjoyed it, I think.
That's cool.
And
That's cool.
There was elements of it
yeah.
that I thought were interesting.
So, would you? I mean, I don't know. Would you recommend it to others? All right.
Depends on who.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
For me, it would just depend on who I'm talking to. But
Yeah.
it's like it's a cool watch. Just
Yeah.
if you're looking for something,
Yeah.
sit down. Watch
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough. Well, look, we have binged, and we have binged. Let us banter. So for today's banter, we are doing a best sports movie draft. It's going to be a snake draft. So as always, we will put our names into an a random name orderizer, and the first pick will go, second pick will go, then third pick will go twice, back up to second, and then first pick will go twice, first person will go twice, and it'll go in that order. It'll make sense when you hear it. What is our order today?
All right. Our order is number 1, Penne. Number 2, Gina Ford. And number 3, me, Tessin.
All right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose my first pick, but all right. So let's get through it
I think
quickly.
we all are.
I guess Penny, you're up first. Let's talk about what you're driving, and we're picking 3 picks each. So let's go, and then we'll put it into a poll, and the audience will tell us who has the best team. Penny, you begin.
All right. For 2024. First draft pick.
Penny.
Sorry. Whatever. Y'all are haters. Disney's Remember the Titans 2000.
Oh, for a split second, I thought you weren't gonna say Remember the
Yo,
Titans 'cause
same. You said Disney's, you
but
threw me
you
off.
let us down, so.
You threw me off, and I thought I had it.
Threw
Okay,
you
all
off.
right. Solid pick.
That's
pick,
one
solid
we all
pick.
wanted.
It's the best.
I am also. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go. I'm also going Disney. I'm going Mighty Ducks with my first pick. Mighty
That
Ducks.
was all Eugene. That was never a risk of being taken.
I've never seen Mighty Ducks.
Okay, now it's my turn?
Yeah.
I get to do two? Okay, so for my first one, we're going to go with Space Jam.
Okay.
Okay.
Solid. Solid.
And then for my second one, let's go with Rocky.
Solid. Okay. For my second pick, I'm going.
No, isn't it Penny?
No, it goes back up to me.
No, yeah, it's
JK, I don't know how
You'll
this
learn.
works.
At some point, you're gonna understand how it goes.
be
And
rude.
I'm going Bring It On with my second pick.
That was my
that's a
last
good
Bring
one.
it on. Bring it on. Had to get it off the board.
Okay, my second pick. Oh shoot, dang. Okay, my second pick is, it's Space Jam, 1996.
No,
What? No.
Space Jam. When I
Space
said
Jam's
Space Jam, I
already
was
off the
referring
board.
to that one. The 1990.
You said Space Jam?
Yes. that was her.
Wait.
That was her first pick.
Yes. What
You said, wait, what was it? Sorry, what was your
Where
second?
were you? No, where were you?
I don't know.
Because you were in space.
Wait, what were your picks?
was
Wait,
just-
sorry.
She was just soaking in the win of like
Wait,
being able to pick Remember
Mighty
the Titans
Ducks,
before us.
Bring It On, and then
Space Jam and
I don't
And
remember.
Rocky.
And Rocky.
Rocky. You said Space Jam?
You're saying Rocky? You didn't even hear the first one.
Bro, get to your pick. You're about to lose your pick.
Okay, well, don't be rude. Okay, fine. My second pick, which I'm pretty sure nobody has said, is
Penny.
Love and Basketball.
Oh, dang, that was on my list.
Okay,
You're
okay.
so annoying.
Solid. And then your third and final pick?
Little pest.
Oh, it's a snake, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my third pick is Karate Kid 2010. Sorry.
Yeah, be sorry to
interesting.
yourself.
Sorry.
You started so strong.
I know. I was having trouble with that one. Anyway.
It's all good. My third pick, I'm
Sorry,
going
Sorry.
a lot of good stuff on the board still, but I'm going Coach Carter. I love that movie.
Shoot.
I love that movie, man.
You know,
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful
that's a
beyond
good
measure.
one. You know
It's
what?
not even Coach
I
Carter's
had some other ones that I
actual
realized I
quote.
forgot to put on my list. Wow. Okay. Dang. That's a good one. Okay.
So you, quote expert.
I am actually. Better
Where's
than
the
y'all.
quote from?
It's from this lady. She's like a
That's
whatever.
good.
We
You
don't
had a
need to
1
do-
in 2 chance, actually, of
We don't need to talk about that right
this
now.
lady and this man. Go ahead.
Okay, so for my last one, this is really hard because a lot of my ideas were stolen. But I'm gonna go with Like Mike.
Solid. All right, and then real quick, just at random, let's throw out some what barely missed honorable mentions. What barely missed the draft?
Bend it like Beckham.
Okay.
Ooh, yes, she's the man.
She's the man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was on my list.
Creed on mine.
Oh, Creed, yeah.
Creed,
yeah.
I was thinking about, but I was like, man.
The
But
Sand.
which
I actually had
Creed?
Creed over Rocky for me. I don't know personally.
Yeah,
But,
Rocky, I
The Sandlot I had on there.
Oh, The Sandlot.
So I picked Rocky because I'm trying to play to win.
Right.
And
That's fair.
Have a little mass appeal.
You got to think about our audience.
That's
though.
definitely
Yeah.
a classic
You
film.
got to think about our audience.
Not, I'm gonna say it's not at the top of my list of films.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be. Nobody crucify me, please.
Which one?
Rocky.
Okay, I think our audience probably might like Creed more.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, well, you
I might
mean
be
black
I
people?
might be stereotyping. I don't know.
You
Anyway,
mean black people?
other movies I
Oh,
had.
Gridiron Gang. Sorry.
Oh yes, that was solid.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard is good. I had Cool Runnings on there.
I've never seen that.
Oh,
Really,
I remember.
feel the
I
rhythm,
vaguely
feel the
remember that
rhyme.
one.
Come on, everybody, it's bobsled time.
Jamaican bobsledders.
Oh, I know. I never saw that movie actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny Capahala back on board. High
Bro.
School Musical #1.
Wait, what? High School? Oh,
The basketball in High School Musical
okay,
was like, I was
okay.
like, dang, is this a basketball movie or like a musical?
So confusing.
Is dancing a sport?
Oh
Step
my
Up?
gosh.
Or we,
What are you about to say? Like Honey or
You Got
like
Served,
Save
Step
the
Up?
Last Dance?
Not Honey.
Or Save the Last Dance?
No, I said You Got Served or Step Up.
You Got
Or those-
Served.
They were athletic for sure.
I don't know what that is.
What?
you're so
You don't know
young.
what is?
You Got Served.
That's crazy.
No, that was like one
The
of
seminal
the
dance movies of our
The
youth.
Luck of the Irish.
White Man Can't Jump.
Never seen it. But The Luck of the Irish.
Bro,
Yes,
bro, I was
Luck of
this
the
close.
Irish.
I was
Don't
this close to getting deep into. I said The Luck of the Irish, Brink, Motocross. There's
Oh,
a lot of Disney Channel original movies.
Jump In.
Jumping. Oh, you
Jump
talking about the
In.
Corbin? I don't know why I called him a hopscotcher the other day. I meant double dutcher.
He said hopscotch. We flamed
Why
you.
were we talking about jumping the other day? I have no idea.
I was
Anyway,
singing the theme song, and you were like, "Oh yeah, where he hopscotch."
I actually thought that it was from High School Musical. So I was wrong
That
on
was
two
your
accounts.
wife?
Wrong sport.
Your wife was like, "No, it's High School Musical." I said, "No, it's not."
I was ready to back her up too. Anyway,
Swan.
Wait, I feel like I got hate for Karate Kid 2010.
you can look. Let the people decide.
Not
Anyway,
even the good
look,
Karate
we have binged, we have bantered, and she's definitely right. And we have done the thing. Everyone, thank you for listening. We will be back in a few weeks with another episode. What it'll be about, not sure yet, but we look forward to you listening.
Any final thoughts before we jump off?
LA can never get the weather right. It's either always too hot or too cold these days. Or maybe I'm just a baby.
How random.
I have
Nothing on my
for the
end.
people.
All right. Bye. Thanks for listening to Real Relatives. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please take a moment to leave a review, rate us, subscribe, and share our podcast with your people. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and whatever platform you enjoy listening to podcasts on. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X, at Real Relatives. That's REEL, Relatives, to stay updated on new episodes, vote on polls, because, side note, Gene loves a good IG story poll, and just share your thoughts with us. We really mean it when we say we want to hear from you. Make sure to tune in again in 2 weeks for more banter on TV and movies with the Relatives. Until then, take care and happy watching.